So back in 2004, my wife and I were through hiking the Pacific Crest Trail, and we were climbing out of the desert into the high Sierra. This is in the southern Sierra, and we were all alone on this section of the trail in the wilderness. And when we first heard it, quite honestly, I'm just being honest, it was rather unnerving. It was rather unsettling. This is what it sounded like. So I'd hear it come from one side of the trail, and then I hear it come from the other side of the trail. Quite honestly, it kind of freaked us out. I was running through a number of different possibilities of what it could be. Perhaps, one thought that went through my mind was perhaps it's a mountain lion or something, or a bear. We weren't sure. And I was determined to find what was making this noise. So I would walk towards the sound, and as I got closer to the sound, it felt like I was getting closer, but as I got close to it, then I would realize, oh, it's coming from behind me now. And so I'd walk toward where I thought the sound was coming from now, and then I'd realize it's coming from a different direction. And it seemed to have this ability to behave like a ventriloquist. As soon as you walk towards it, the sound appeared to shift directions or come from a different direction. And I was with one of my student researchers, and I asked the student, I'd like you to stand about 100 feet away and point at the direction you think the sound's coming from. So we attempted to triangulate. So he pointed at the sound, and then I walked over closer to the sound, and then I would point at where I thought it was coming from. And we realized that it was somewhere in between us. We were pointing right at each other, and the sound was coming from somewhere in between us. And so we kept walking. So together we walked closer to the sound. We were looking all over for what was producing the sound. And we kept pointing, and we kept pointing at the direction we felt the sound was coming from. And we continued to point at each other.
I decided to keep the part where he explains what happened. It matters, because in just a few seconds, you'll hear it too. The sound he captured that day. And once you do, you'll understand why that moment stayed with him. Let's see. I've never heard anything like it before. The sound came from everywhere, as if the forest itself was breathing. It was deep, low, and heavy enough to make the air tremble. You could almost feel the ground move beneath your feet, and the sky echoed back. No wonder he still thinks about that day.